This is part 2 of the trailer build. So now that I have the trailer stripped down and ready to build on, I have my friend Mike come over and take a look at it, and he's built a lot of trailers, and so he's got some experience with this type of thing, and he does a good job laying out the plan and kind of talking through some options for how I can proceed.
And you don't have 8 feet. You were talking about something about 4x8.
Yep.
You don't have 8 foot.
Okay.
You know, from roughly here to here. But that's
6,
okay.
7?
About 7.
7, okay.
But that's, who cares?
Yeah.
So my suggestion is that we take and we weld up a box that extends all the way out to the edge of the tires.
Okay. Does the frame that we're welding on go all the way around, or is it just like the side to side bars?
So the front will go all the way out to the edge. It'll sit on the back rail. It'll go all the way out to the edge.
Okay.
There'll be another one that'll go right in front of the tires.
Uh-huh.
One that'll go behind the tires, and then it'll be tied together.
2 more lengthwise, on the
lengthwise.
side. Okay.
The fenders would be welded up steel, so you don't have to worry about them getting smashed by stepping on them or throwing logs on them.
Okay.
And they'll actually attach to the pieces that go across.
Should I just buy those off the shelf?
No. We want fenders that aren't going to bend and get up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We'll make those, but they'll come up, go across and down. And then on those rails on the outside is where we'll put the gate pockets. There would be one there, one there on both sides of the tires.
Uh-huh.
Same thing on this side. And then there would be a minimum of 3 across the back.
Okay.
And 3 across the front.
Are you thinking the pieces that were welded on to build the box, would those be like rectangular tube steel?
2x3 angle will work just fine.
Okay.
The 3 being tall.
Okay.
And that gives us more material to take and hook a gate pocket to.
Okay.
And that would be more than plenty strong.
Okay.
You'll easily be well, volume wise, you'll be able to get a cord in there based on the height of your gates that you make.
Okay.
Do you have access
Stacked.
to rough sawn lumber? Is that what you were going to do?
I can get that, yeah.
So if that's what you're going to do, then use that for the deck and use that for the sides and the gates.
Okay. That sounds good. Can I show you the coupler situation? So I bought like a Posi-Lock repair latch for this, but this was actually a hand wheel type,
Right.
which and it's welded on. So
Right.
I think I'm gonna have to replace it with a hand wheel.
Because you can't get the parts anymore, or
It's either
you don't like
it's either like replace this whole thing the way it's welded on with like just like a Posi-Lock style or a different style, or I keep this on here and I get I keep the hand wheel, and the one that's on there is like pretty rusty, and it's supposed to have a spring or something just to keep tension on the wheel so it doesn't work itself loose. So
well, actually, yeah, there's a little lever that you push down to be able to take and unscrew it.
okay, so some of that is missing. I have some of the parts for
I
it,
see.
but not the whole thing.
Well, if you should decide that you want to do something different with it, we just cut that off.
Okay.
Change it.
Okay.
You make it sound easy to us wood people that don't
Yeah,
know the damn thing.
totally.
Well, you do that with wood.
I know.
Well, just cut that off. You do the same thing.
Okay, and then this, I was planning on taking off this jack once I get the new one on, but it is nice to keep it there just to hold it up. But I have one of the kinds that has like the triangle flange that's supposed to go down in the through the middle of like this area here, and maybe there's space to do it, or maybe this chunk needs to come off, and it
Why do you feel the need to do that?
Well, it won't. Something about this is not working.
Just buy another one.
Yes, I have one. I do have another one.
Oh.
I have one, but it's a different type, so it's not like a bolt-on the side type.
That's okay.
It's like this. It's like this, how it like sleeves down.
Oh, you didn't get the
middle.
one? You didn't get the one that's got this? The swing up one?
No,
Oh.
I could take it back and and maybe get this kind.
I would suggest take back the one you got and just go get the other one. They're made by I think it's Bulldog.
Okay.
And it's the exact same thing.
So
we'll just take and
would we completely cut the old one off, or do we?
No, there's a C clip or a Jesus clip back here.
Oh, that's how that gets on.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll pop that off and put the new one on.
Okay.
Because the new one's gonna come with all this bolting hardware crap. You don't want any of that stuff.
Like that.
Is it gonna have a new?
Yep. That's exactly.
Will it have a new latch and a spring
Everything.
and stuff?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll look just like that.
And then like this plate that's already welded on here will just.
That's gonna all stay there.
It'll stay there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. That sounds good. I need just like a S hook.
Yeah, that's
A couple S hooks for the safety chains here.
Yeah.
Are they more than strong enough? You can see that each link is like a little thinner than the last.
I'd get rid
Just
of it.
from rust or.
I'd get rid of it. We just cut these off right here.
Then cut it off at the top loop and
Right
then,
here. Yeah, we'll just cut those off.
and then just put some new chain on.
Yeah, throw that shit away.
Okay. How do you link onto that first loop there?
They've got some really nice links. I like the ones that got the screws
Okay.
on them. Or you spin them and they,
Oh,
they
okay.
connect them back
Almost
together.
like almost like a carabiner or something. Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, but they screw. Yeah, it's
Right.
Not, it's not a carabiner with like a clip.
It's a link, but it's got a screw right here that you turn to join the two together.
Gotcha. I've seen them before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. What about just in general? Does it look pretty sound?
I guess so. Are there bushings in your springs?
Yes. So
Okay.
the back two are free, and then the front ones have the bushings.
None of these are free. You don't have any swing arms on this. What is? Are those slipper springs in the back?
So it's a see. Yeah, the back ones are. And I just ordered some proper shackle bolts.
9/16.
These are half inch, or at least according to the bushing that's in there. However,
Okay. All right. Okay. Good.
however, the hole in the, what are those called? The carriers or
The U-bolts, the spring mounts.
the hole here
Yeah.
for the mount looks like 9/16 though. So I don't know if that's supposed to be like a.
That's probably what they're supposed to be. So
Okay.
the actual bolts that are used for they've got serrations up around just under the head,
Yeah.
and you smack them into the spring mount
Okay.
so they don't turn.
Okay.
And then there's a lock nut that goes on the inside.
That would be a full 16th difference between the shaft of the bolt and then like the spurred part.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what these are, but typically they're 9/16
Okay.
hardened bolts.
Well, does that sound right then? That the bushings would be a different diameter than the hole that the mount is?
Funky.
Okay.
Something to look at.
New bushings maybe then?
Well, I would pop one of these off and just take a peek and see what's in there.
Okay, well we could, I mean I just put it on the other day. It's pretty easy to take off. We could take it off and just look at it because I want to be sure. It's like one of the connecting the axle to the frame is probably a pretty important component. So, we better make sure we get that part right before we.
If things are gonna fail, that's not one of them you want to fail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Same thing with like the coupler and the safety chains. Trying to get that right before
Well, yeah,
worry about the
that
aesthetics of the wood box that I'm building.
You don't want to be going down the road and have Johnny Law come and stop you because if he's having a bad day, you're gonna have a bad day.
No doubt.
Something else I recommend too we do is for your lights.
Mm-hmm.
We take and we'll weld a pipe right down the center, and you can run your wires inside that pipe.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that.
Flopping around. And
Yeah, they were just hanging on loose
that's
before.
guys that build trailers, it just amazes me. They forget about doing something for wire management, you know, and it's like,
Do everything right, and then the
it's
wires
open.
are
You
all
got
bush
this-
league.
It's easy to do.
Yeah. So we talked a little more about the wiring, and then I had to put the phone down to take the bolts off of the axle and take a look at the bushing and mount situation. But the next thing we're gonna do is Mike is going to source some of the material, that angle iron that he was talking about, and the pockets and stuff, and then we will get the material and then get to work on building.